Hey there, I'm back with a makeup tutorial for you today. I had requests from my nieces Lainey and Brienne to do a makeup video next. So this was really cool to kind of get into a different role, a role I've been in before on Facebook, but never on YouTube. So it was really comfortable for me and exciting to just sit down and do my makeup for you guys. So here is my every single day makeup look. This morning, I'll mention later on in the video that it took me 8 minutes. I timed myself from start to finish, and I tried to stick to that today, but I couldn't shut my mouth. I kept talking about certain things because makeup is a really big passion of mine, and that's something that you'll learn later on. Aside from cleaning and organizing, I enjoy doing makeup, so I couldn't stop talking and I went way over the 8 minutes, but I still got it done in a pretty good amount of time. Something that you can try in the mornings to, know what you can spend a little bit more time on and spend a little bit less time on, but get an overall look that you enjoy throughout the day. So this is what I do every single day before I go to work, and I usually am trying to get it done before kids wake up, but that doesn't always happen, as most of you moms know. So here it is. And I think it probably took me about maybe 10 to 15 minutes, so not too long. But I mentioned some products in here, but you can use any products that you already have. You don't have to buy anything new or exciting. And the brushes I use, I can mention if you guys would like. I switch up my brushes a lot, but so don't feel like you have to go out and buy brushes either. You can use your fingers to do it. Even though today I used my foundation to blend out the foundation and concealer, most days I kind of just use my hands and just quickly do it because that's what I have time for. So just know that you can use what you have already. You don't have to buy anything. Let me know what you think about this video. I had a lot of fun filming this one again. And thank you so much for your support on my other two videos. It's feeling really good to be doing what I'm doing here on YouTube. So I'm going to keep it up as long as it's making me feel good and making you guys feel good. So I appreciate the feedback, and I hope you guys enjoy the video today. You'll see a cameo of Indy coming in. It's a Sunday afternoon because since I do work full-time, this is when I have to get my videos done, is on the weekends for now. So I'm just trying to make it work and be a mom and do fun stuff on the side. So you'll see her come in after nap time. Okay, so I'm going to set my timer so that I hopefully stick with the 8 minutes that I'm claiming I can do. So start that right now. Put a little bit of something on my lips. For moisture, moisturizers, I'm going to use the Belief the True Cream Aqua Bomb, which is a really great moisturizer. I try to avoid my under eye with this type of moisturizer, and really any kind. I use, if I really need it, I use an under eye cream if it's really dry, but otherwise I try to tackle that at nighttime while I sleep. Putting an extra either on your neck or the back of your hands. And then I'm gonna go in with my foundation, which everything will be listed below. And put it on the back of my hand, and then I'm gonna put, as that is right there, here's my concealer. So I put it in just a little bit in the corner of my eyes, down my nose, and on my chin. So this is all the places that my face gets red throughout the day and where my makeup wears off the quickest. So then once that's on there, I'm gonna go in with my foundation, just like that. And I put some right on my cheeks where I'm red, right here and here, and then in the middle of my forehead. I used to not put anything on my forehead, so some people are gonna wonder why I'm doing that. I just started doing that again because with the night cream that I'm using, my forehead becomes oily throughout the day. instead of dry. So for me, that's a good thing. That's what I want. So I have been starting to put foundation on my forehead because of that, where before my forehead was pretty dry, so I was trying to keep a lot of foundation off of it because it would just look really bad at the end of the day. So now I'm taking my brush and the rest of the product, and I'm just gonna go in and blend all that out. And I'm usually doing this in the morning with at least 2 kids at my feet. So in the morning, it does not take me 8 minutes. It takes me way more than that. I have to take little breaks to get people fed and dressed and get them ready for the day. But I timed myself this morning and I did it in 8 minutes. So that's what I'm trying to stick to right now. So under my eyes, I'm pressing more than doing the circular motions like I'm doing on my eyelid right now. But under here, I press, and then I blend out and bring that up on my eyelid. Same with my nose, I'm pressing the product in. And then I just kind of do a once over, bring it up to my ears. Circle, circle, circle. And then I take all the rest that's on the back of my hand and bring it down here along my jawline. I'll hit that with bronzer in a little bit. You can see that it doesn't match right now, which is fine because we'll make it work. To set that, I'm gonna use just a translucent powder, and I'm using the Gigi Gorgeous Turnt Touch-Up Powder. Gotta love the names. And it's just white, translucent, okay? And I tap that under the eyes and on top. Like that. Then I bring some here because makeup likes to come off of my chin very quickly and my nose. So on the nose it goes, and on either side along smile lines, and then I take one more onto the wrinkles on my forehead so it doesn't crease there. Okay, that's it for that. I'll go in with bronzer, and right now I'm using butter bronzer in the shade Bronzer. There's a darker bronzer which I have in the bathroom, but it broke, so we will be using this one. Okay, I go 1, 2, 3. Kind of weird, but that's what I do. I think that's part of my OCD type thing. So along the forehead it goes, and I do not go sparingly here because of my 5 head. It's very large. So I bring it into the sides, all along the edge of my hairline, leaving this part right here. Okay. And then I take my hand and I kind of take my baby hairs here, and then I'm gonna follow along the top of my ear down to my cheekbone. That starts right here, just like that. And then I'm gonna dab this. And then I'll go back, dab, and then I'm gonna bring it up to the bronzer that I already had in my hairline up top. So I'm just doing circular motions, and I don't skimp on this at all, on the bronzer, because you don't want it to be not blended out. So I do take a lot of time to blend that out. So I spend the most time on my mascara and my bronzer. The rest I just slap on because I just can tell throughout the day what is lasting, what I care about the most. And that's my bronzer and my mascara. So that's what I spend the most time on in the morning. So I'm gonna just take the rest of the product. I didn't grab any more. Dig it into my nose here on one side and then the other. And then right at the tip, okay? Then I'm gonna go back in and we're gonna darken up our neck. Go along the jawline, all the way down. Okay. And then I'll take it. And usually for work, I don't really care if it's blended in down to my chest or not. I just get it close and don't care about the rest usually. I usually kind of go like that. Okay. I used to put on eyeshadow, but really most mornings I don't even have time to do that. So I'm gonna skip it today. But you could go in just with one brown color and really shade in just to kind of get a crease back. But I've been skipping that, so I'm gonna skip it today. And then I'm gonna go in with my mascara, and right now I'm using the Mabeline, the Falsies Volume Express in the shade, usually black brown. Is that what that is? Oh my, do I have my glasses on? Brownish black. Okay, and then I have an additional mirror. I'm gonna look down at the mirror, and here's the bristles on this one. And whatever the bristles look like on the mascara will tell you what your eyelashes will end up looking like. So that's kind of a hack when shopping for mascaras. Just look at the bristles, and that's an indication of what your eyelashes will look like once you put it on. That will not be an indication of how long it lasts throughout the day and if it has fallout and things like that, but the bristles will show you what your eyelashes will look like when you're done. And you'll kind of see it's true with this one. It's pretty fanned out and thin, and that's what it looks like here. So I look down into an additional mirror, and I'm going in through it and wiggling back and forth. But then I'm also going through and just combing to separate them out and fan them out at the inner corner and at the end. And I always bring my lashes in towards my nose. Okay. There's coat number 1 out of 500. Okay, other eye. Same thing. Dragging them towards my nose to give me a little bit more length there. Wiggle back and forth. You can see that I'm closing my eye as I go, and I just made a little mistake there. Can you see it? I'll show you how you can fix that. And I'm going back in. You never want to do that. You bring it in, swirl along the edges. You can feel when it hits the edges. Bring up, and then you'll take off that little extra product on the tip of it just so it doesn't hit your nose, which I've done many times. So you just wipe that off before you go in. And I'm gonna show you guys kind of my trick when I am going really fast, where I'm at with time. I'm way over time right now, talking too much. But I swear I did this in 8 minutes this morning. So when I do this, I hit my bottom lashes while I'm doing this. As I close, I'm hitting my bottom lashes so that I don't have to go back in and do my bottom lashes separately. Can you see a difference there? So I kind of just hit those as I do the uppers. So I go back in. By the way, I'm at like 10 minutes instead of 8. So not way over, but we didn't make the 8 minutes. And I do have a tip for people who have different eye shape where their lashes touch their lids all day long, which that's very common. But my tip for you is to put powder on your eyelid, an excessive amount of powder, kind of like you're baking. So I would use a loose powder, or you can even use this baked powder here. Use a lot of it, tap it here along the edge so it almost has a white cast. Do your eyeshadow, and then you can brush the excess away when you're done with, your mascara, and then you can brush the excess away once you're done with your mascara. And any mascara that got on your lids should wipe off with that brushing away. So try that. Try it with loose translucent powder. I can show you a brand that I use after this. But going back, I did both sides once, and then I went back and did both sides again. I don't remember if I did that side, so I just did it again. But then as that's drying, so that's my first mascara. I still have to go in with the second. Then I go in and do my eyebrows. And my eyebrows have really changed lately. With the fluffy eyebrow game that's going on, that's what I'm doing. So I use the Anastasia Tinted Brow Gel. So it looks like that. And I, again, wipe off the excess because that clumps right on there. And then I just fan it through really quickly. Again, I'm not taking a lot of time on this because I just don't care. When I do care, I don't use this product first. I will use it second, so I'm just bringing it through the length of my brows. So I fan it up here and then all the way through, and then once I get here, I drag down, fan out. Okay, going back in for more product and going on the other side. Fanning up, filling in any holes that I may have, dragging down. If I go a little bit too dark, then it's kind of a back and forth process, making the other one match as much as I can or have time to do. We're gonna leave it at that. If you do get too much product on, this morning I did. I went back in with just a brush and I brushed it out and it erases right off pretty easily. So we're going in with mascara number 2. This is my tried and true mascara. I've been using it for probably 7 or 8 years. So it's the CoverGirl, the Super Sizer Fibers, and Black Brown. I love this mascara because it adds length and volume, but also it lasts a long time throughout the day. And it kind of comes off in chunks, and that's when you know that it's a good mascara, if it comes off in really big clumps rather than these tiny little speckles all over your cheeks. So this is the type of mascara I look for, that it comes off in big clumps, doesn't wash off too easily because it lasts throughout the day, which is what I want in my mascara. So you can see the difference that it made there with the one coat. I am gonna go back and forth. Hi. Back in on the other side. So again, this is what the kind of look I'm looking for with mascara. So if you like more lighter look, I guess, you can just stick with that first mascara. The only thing I don't like with keeping that by itself is that one, I get the black speckles on my cheeks, which isn't a huge deal, and it rubs off really easily. So I'll notice like a black hue under my eyes at the end of the day. Not a big deal, but I'd rather not have that. So I do go in with this mascara so that I can avoid that. And every mascara works differently on everyone, so just try it out. It's a cheap mascara, drugstore. I don't believe in buying expensive mascara. Sorry, anyone who sells it, but I just can't justify it. So that's my tried and true. I'm happy, I think, with my mascara. Now I'm gonna go in and just clean up any spots that I made a mistake on, which happens daily. So I let it dry for at least a minute, and then I go in with a Q-tip, just dust it off. And it just, for the most part, scrapes right off. One part right there. So I am done. This is what I would go to work with and just call it good. But if you want to go a little bit extra, you can put highlighter on. So I have that with me today, where I will just take a brush, swirl it around, tap that off, and then just the tops of my cheeks, and then I bring it up into my eyebrow. onto my nose. I have to go be mom. Okay, I have a friend with me who woke up from her nap. But again, I just put a little bit on the bridge of my nose here, and then a little bit on my top lip, and then we'll go in with some setting spray, which is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Here we go. You're gonna get a little bit wet. Oh. So that just sets everything and makes it last a little bit longer throughout the day, doesn't it? Makes it look a little bit more natural too. So there you have it. Here is the translucent powder that I use, which is the RCMA, the original no color powder. I bought this off of Amazon and it's last me a long time. So you can use that, just put a little bit on a makeup palette and then dab it onto your eyelids and then put your mascara on, and then you can wipe the excess away. And hopefully that will help you not get a bunch of mascara transfer onto your eyelids, or even you can do underneath as well if that's something that you struggle with. So I hope that helps. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon in my next one. Bye-bye. I just made a mistake again.